Vandaag, je merkt het. We zijn op 10 minuten voor 12:30 in Suriname. En dat wil dus zeggen dat het tijd is voor die Surinamers overal. Dit met de complimenten van Go To en Daily G. En vandaag is het een hele bijzondere, eigenlijk als je mij vraagt, speciale uitzending. Omdat Surinamers overal er naartoe heeft geleid dat mensen zelf via deze weg eindelijk een beetje op zoek gaan naar relatives. You never know where you're from until you really wonder and want to know where you're from. En deze dame is op zoek naar haar familie. Ze woont in Zweden, ik heb het daar eerder aangehaald. Haar naam is Filippa Arrias. En je kent natuurlijk de naam Arrias, is ongetwijfeld niet onbekend in Suriname. En de bekendste Arrias die ik ken is Kenneth Arrias. En de man is een zanger die een fantastisch en prachtig nummer ten gehore heeft gebracht back in the days. Suri-pop topper. Vandaag hebben we dus mogelijk een van zijn familieleden hier in de studio. Ze is van beroep artiest, dat vertelt ze straks. En ze is ook een leraar of teacher. En dat is what we do. Ik zal er even laten horen hoe dat klinkt, hoe haar eigenlijk, denk ik, familie zeg maar het nummer heeft gemaakt. I was just telling the people that you are here already and you're looking for your family. En ze is ook met een hele totale filmploeg gekomen. Dus dit wordt een soort van documentaire. En wat ik je mag meegeven voordat we eindelijk starten met dit programma is dat zij dus met haar team aanstaande zaterdagmorgen dus zich zal bevinden daar te Wakapassi. Met name Sweetie Koffie. Het is een stand, een tent waar je dus lekker kan chillen, kan zitten voor lekkere koffie. Ze zal daar dus aanwezig zijn en ze roept echt iedereen op die de naam Arrias bevat. Ben je een Arrias? Kom even naar Wakapassi, daar bij Sweetie Koffie. En dat tussen 4 en 6 uur in de middag. En dat zijn dus 2 dagen, Saturday en Sunday. Dus zaterdag en zondag kun je dus vanuit tussen 4 en 6 even langslopen en kennis maken met Filippa Arrias. Wie weet is zij dus die lang eigenlijk verloren, schone, hoe moet ik het zeggen, nicht of tante. She is right here. Ik zei het al, de voorbereidingen zijn in volle gang. En dit met de complimenten van Go To en Daily G. Ik laat even het nummer van Kenneth Arrias horen. Zeer gepast als je mij praat tijdens deze uitzending, terwijl ze bezig zijn met de voorbereidingen. En daarna gaan we dus van start met het gesprek voerende met niemand minder dan Filippa Arrias. I'm gonna play a very special song. This song is made by a Suriname guy. His name is Kenneth Arrias. I think it's your family. We don't know yet, but he's very, very popular. We are very proud of him. And he carries the same last name, surname as you. And this is how his song sounds. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. Yes, indeed. We're back in the tag. Het was vandaag dus een Engelse uitzending, because my guys speaks only English. She is from Sweden. And once again, moet ik je dus vertellen, mensen. We are doing this because we have a very special guest from Sweden. And this lady is looking for her family, once again. Her name is Filippa Arrias. And she is here in Suriname to do an interview with us about herself, where she's from. And what we know is that her grandfather is from Suriname. I would like to know a lot more about her. That's why we're going to talk to Filippa Arrias right now, right here. She is also doing like a documentary about this whole thing, looking for her family. That's why we have a whole camera team with us right here. And the most important thing is that she is calling out to you, if you can understand what I'm saying. She'll be at Sweet Coffee tomorrow, Saturday. And of course, Sunday between 4 and 6 o'clock. And you are invited to meet her. Je gaat er naartoe en dan kun je haar ontmoeten. En natuurlijk als je familie bent, je draagt de familienaam Arrias, dan ben jij bij deze in het bijzonder extra uitgenodigd. We are here right now and you are ready for it. So welkom erbij, man. 96.3 FM, dit is Surinamers Overal. Ik ben Gilles Witteman Dondotje. Hello, Mrs. Arrias. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm fine. I'm glad to be here.
All right, that's very nice to hear, of course. And of course, you're very welcome. Welcome in our studios, Radio SRS. And your story is a very interesting one.
It might be.
It is very interesting because when I look at you sitting here, I'm like, okay, she might be from Suriname. And right now, you're right here sitting across me, and we have to do this together. I know the name Arrias through the guy I just told you, Kenneth Arrias, and I've heard this name before. But before we start and go up to there, who is your mother and who is your father?
My mother is Margareta Arrias. She's from Sweden, and she's from the most Swedish area of Sweden.
Okay.
Dalarna. And my father is Gunnar Arrias, and he's also from Sweden. He's born in Sweden.
Okay. And you are in Suriname, right? Is this your first time in Suriname?
It's the first time in Suriname, and it's also the first time that anyone from our family in Sweden visits this country. So I'm very excited to tell everyone when I get home what was it like, and who did we meet, and and what it is.
All right. Now that's very nice to hear, because you have Suriname blood in you. Where does this curiosity started to find out something about your past, maybe your grandfather, or where your relatives are from?
I think because our grandfather, he didn't look typically Swedish. He didn't cook typically Swedish food, and my father was also a great cook with a lot of influences from other cultures, I would say. So there was something that was a bit different. And then I also grew up with my grandfather, because when he was old and had a problem taking care of himself, it was me and my dad who did that mostly.
Okay. And how did your relatives in Sweden reacted when you told them, I'm going to South America, I'm going to Suriname to find out something more about our grandpa?
Yeah, like my old aunties, they are still living, but the oldest one, she's 80 plus, and then there are a number of others, and they called me and like, how can you go to Suriname without us?
For real?
Yes, for real.
They wanted to come too?
Yeah, and the old one, she has a rollator. She hardly can walk, but she insisted she would come with me, and I said, it's not possible, because I'm doing a documentary film.
Wow. Now that's very nice.
So now they're calling me and said, you have to go again because we want to go.
No, I think it's going to happen, because I believe that you're going to find lots of your relatives. You are listening right now. And if you are listening, you are a relative, please send an app to our app number. Dat is 8555-09 als ik het goed heb. And send some reactions so we can find out more about it. So these aunties, they want to come here too.
Yes.
But how did it really happen? I think you must hear something about the story. How did your grandfather landed in Suriname?
Well, he come from Suriname since I have found out that what I was curious about when I grew up was that how can a person be Portuguese Jew, Amerindian, Creole or African, and Chinese, because we didn't have that kind of mix in Sweden normally. So I think it was a little bit like a fairy tale. How can you have that kind of heritage? And it was nurturing my fantasy somehow. But then it took me all my life to get here.
For real?
More or less, yes.
Wow. So that isn't something like you started like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm going to find out who my grandfather is. He used to live in Suriname, so I'm going to go. This is something which you are busy with like your whole life already?
Not really my whole life, but
Alright.
it was like I knew something was different we were moving quite a bit when I grew up, and I think that I felt like something that was coming from somewhere was affecting how things turned out. And it was not like I want to go to Suriname, but it was a feeling that grew by time, and then it ended up in this wish to go here and see what is this place and how did it create this kind of Creole identity.
All right. It almost sounds so spiritual, like there was some sort of power pulling at you just to come to South America and to come to Suriname to find this out.
Or it's the age. Like that's when people get mature, they want to go and see.
Yeah, and see and know what's up. All right, you're from Sweden. All right, how is Sweden actually like? What I'm curious about, I hear about Sweden. I saw lots of pictures about Sweden. See a lot of blonde people, very pretty women, you know. But are they more Suriname people in Sweden? Did you ever met with another with other person from Suriname in Sweden while you're living there?
No, I never, and I don't think my family ever met a person from Suriname. But I understand now that a huge part of the population actually lives in Netherlands.
Netherlands, yeah,
Yes.
true, that's true.
And so we also have some family in the Netherlands, and those were the people we met, but they were like us, born outside of Suriname.
Okay. Now, this is very interesting. What do you really expect of this search?
I expect maybe to meet some people with the same surname, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we're very closely related.
Related, yeah, okay.
I think it will image the situation that is in this population, that people are really mixed and have very different heritage. And
even though we look different, it's possible that one of my granddad was just like maybe somebody from Netherlands, a light-skinned person. It's possible. Because my surname, you wouldn't believe, is Witte man. My surname is White man.
Wow.
You know,
I just said
that's
wow.
my surname. So, I mean, like, I know that in Europe,
Yes.
I used to live in Holland also, you know, we visit a lot. And there is a Dutch family which name is Witteman. And the most popular Dutch family, which I know, is Paul Witteman. Used to have a television program, Paul Witteman. It's written the same way, and I was like, but how can how can my name be Witteman and his name is also? So there's a story behind that also, you know, and it's very interesting. But Suriname, what was your first impression when you got here?
And that it's very hot.
Yeah.
And very humid.
Yeah.
And very dark at night.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have that in Sweden?
Well, in the middle of the night, but like the sunset can go on for hours, and also the morning rise takes hours. But here it's like, okay, soon it's 7 o'clock.
Yes.
It will be
dark.
Pitch dark.
Pitch dark, or it will be light. Wow, and that's it. That is a little bit like the difference between the continents, South America. Which part is Sweden again? Europe?
It's Scandinavia. It's north of the Central Europe, and so it's the northernest countries on the same level as Russia and Norway, Finland.
Okay. Now, about your grandfather, Mr. Arrias himself, what did you find out already up till this point?
I found out that they belonged to the first group of Jewish descendants, or Portuguese refugees who came here and started plantations at Jordan Savanne.
Mm-hmm.
And we were actually there, and I could see the graves. And I didn't know until quite recently that there was such a place in Jordan Savanne.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
It is still there.
I know.
Yes.
And we were there, and that comes with a lot of thoughts and feelings. Both
Yeah, that's true.
a feeling of like, okay, there are other Arias in this world, because we
Yes.
were the only ones in Sweden.
Ah.
But also the fact that they were slave owners and were a strong part of that history
Yes.
of Suriname, which
Yeah.
is an uneasy situation. But so I have also tried to find out how is the relationships between the people in Suriname today, according to this past. That's
Yes, Kai, we are very how can I say this? Forgiving people. We are people, we think like towards the future. And we don't hold no regrets against we live in today in 2020. Because maybe my ancestors or grandparents were slaves, and maybe yours grandparents were the slave traders or they had the slaves. But I think the Almighty, the creator of everything, has a very, very important plan for us. You and me, we are sitting here talking to each other. I think back in the days that maybe wouldn't be possible, but now it's really happening. And that proves that we cannot hold anything for granted. I cannot hate you. I cannot say your grandfather did this to me or did that to me or did that to me. What I can say, I'm very happy and blessed to have you here while you are seeking for the answers.
Thank you.
And don't feel pity, don't feel guilty. Because when we look at you walking around here, we don't think of that. You're welcome, and I think that's one of the things which you've noticed, that we in Suriname are fairly welcome. Hey, welcome, let's go, do this.
Yes.
We're not going to talk about you, about the history. Your parents did that to me. No, we don't have that time. We are thinking forward. And to go forward and reach your goal, nobody can do that alone. We have to do that together. And you realizing who you are, where you came from, trying to find out who your ancestors or grandparents were, that is a very important, and I think that is the right step. I'm not going to say you're trying to make it right, but you're doing what you feel you have to do. And we will help you doing that.
Thank you.
We will help you to achieve your plan and your dreams and to find your family.
Yes, thank you very much.
Because this slavery thing is something which I am very interested in, but it doesn't influence my life and it doesn't affect it in a negative way. There are racist people around us. It doesn't matter what color they got. But still, we have to do this together.
You're right, and that's what my impression of Suriname, that people are very warm and friendly and have like, not towards us at least, any prejudice.
Yeah.
And it goes for everyone I talk to.
Yes.
It's perhaps the first impression. Of course, there are various and people think differently, but this is a very notable trait for the Surinamese people. And I'm thinking, has that to do with this creolity of the society, that all the races are mixed? Do you think so?
I think so. I think so, and I really know that that's what it is. Because we were forced to adapt to certain situations. We were forced to adapt to other people. But at the end, it's something which is for us a very good thing. Because we've learned the hard way how to live with different races, different people. It doesn't matter who you are, we're living, we're doing our thing. I think that is something which came out of this pressure then, which is very positive now.
I understand.
Because we don't judge nobody. You know, it doesn't matter. You will meet with people from India. You will meet with people from China. You will meet people from Africa as we are, you meet with these indigenous people, and we have lots of different cultures living together in this place. We have like a place which you much visit, maybe you saw it already. We have a Jewish church, like a synagogue, and we have a mosque standing right next to each other.
Yes.
Yes. My neighbor is Hindu, and the other one is Muslim.
Yes. And
But-
you, what are you?
Me, I think what I am about religion.
Yes. Just a short answer. Just.
Well, I don't
I was
think
curious.
I don't think what I am exists yet. I would prefer myself. I would see myself as actually a Buddhist because I do not believe everything, and I don't believe because I'm a spiritual kind of person. I feel like whatever we do, the whole setting of everything around us is some spiritual energy, and believing is observing what has been told to me. And I agree, yes, that's it, master. That is believing. It's 2022.
You're
We
right
have
about
technology. We can research and we can find out the truth. And a lot of the truth is coming out now, just like you are trying, you're seeking for the truth.
Yes.
And the truth is coming out every day, all over, anywhere we go. It will take some time, but we will find out the truth. And we are finding out the truth already. And the truth is, Suriname people have relatives, even though they have blue eyes, in Sweden.
That's true.
That's true. That's a fact. Because we have like a Swedish Suriname lady sitting here.
Yes.
You know
I'm
what
here.
I mean? And that is a beautiful thing. Like you take this time to come here. But what did you expect from our Suriname people before you came here? How did you expect people to treat you?
One of the main reasons I wanted to come, except for finding my family history, was that I noticed this kind of openness and, what do you say, friendliness towards other people. And I feel that we have inherited also that side of
That
Suriname.
spiritual side.
A little bit. I feel that
You feel
even
it.
in
A connection.
in Sweden.
You felt it.
Yes, I think that we have inherited a bit of this friendliness as well in our family.
Oh.
And I was attracted to the situation because it's quite different from the Swedish situation with this mix of people and mix of religions and mix of backgrounds and still coming to terms with each other's and being tolerant to each other's. So I think that's an interesting situation in comparison to what happens in Sweden now, where it's for the first time in my life there's a racist party coming up. Yes, and that's a situation that is happening in Europe at the moment. So then I felt that Suriname could be giving me another image of how to
Approach. Relate. Yes. And of course, I hope you'll find all the answers you're seeking. And of course, it's important to know, because I would like to know. And do you think you're going to succeed while you're here? And did you get any reactions already since you were here doing this?
I don't think there is one answer, but I think because I've interviewed, or we have interviewed a few different persons, and they basically tell almost the same history and the same story, but of course they will have different kinds of lives and different kinds of life situations. But there is a common self-awareness, I would say, at least in the city area. I don't know about the interior. That might be a very different question.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think I find answers.
Okay. But how would it be for you if you meet up with like a relative of yours, which is Arrias, but he got my color, or he's maybe darker than I? How would it be for you?
I would be curious to ask, how did you get this name, and how are you related to this name, and what do you think? I mean, what is your identity?
Yeah, because what I know out of history, through history, is that back then when the slave masters had his slaves, when slavery was over, was past, the slaves got his name.
By his master.
By his master. If his master was Witteman, he would be named Witteman. If his master name was De Bruin, he would be named De Bruin. If his master name was like Sanchez, he would be named Sanchez. And through history, we know that Portuguese been here, the French been here, the English been here, the Dutch been here. Daarom te wet taxeran aan tongo, that's the language we speak. It's a mix of all these different languages in one. You can hear some English, you hear some Spanish, you might hear some French, you might hear some Portuguese, but it's a mix of everything together which created Sranang Tongo.
Sandigo Slibi Le Tamara.
Sandigo Sribi.
Sandigo Slibi Le Tamara.
Tamara is tomorrow.
The sun is going to bed until tomorrow. I thought it might mean that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I was trying to read a little bit Sranantongo.
Song Ego Sribi Tamara. Okay, that means the sun is gonna go to sleep tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Okay.
Song Ogo Sribi Tamara. Eigenlijk wie say a song is Saka Baka 6 Euro. That means the sun is going down after 6 o'clock. But it's no problem. You find some books, translate from English to Dutch, or from Dutch to English, or Sarang Tongo to English. We have some books. So if you're very interested to learn this language, it's not too difficult. When you're listening, listen with an English ear. Me. When I hear me, this, me, that, he's talking about himself. Me. You. He's talking about somebody else. Go. It's like go. It's not so difficult if you really want it, because I can feel you really want to know more about this, and you're going to gain a lot of answers. And how long are you planning to stay in Suriname?
I'm staying until the 6th of November.
Aha. All right.
But
And
it might be that all the aunties want to go before it's too late.
before it's too late, eh? The aunties in Sweden
Yes.
would like to come here. So you came to do the research already, and if you're going to meet some people,
Maybe.
and it clicks,
Maybe.
then you're going to go back, get these aunties, and you're going to come back.
I think they want to come, however, actually.
Doesn't matter if you find any relatives or
Yes.
what, they want to come.
Yes,
So
they
for-
want to see the place where their father grew up and where he came from.
Wow, interesting. How does it feel as actually the daughter of I'm going to say this very nice, the granddaughter of a colonist talking to the grandson of an ex-slave? How does it feel?
I feel I would have been afraid that when I meet people, they will be distancing themselves because of this history, or
Okay.
just merely the case that I'm white. But I never felt that since I came here, so I don't feel it with you either.
That's what it is, and that's how we are. That's why we are the most beautiful people in the world, from inside and out. You don't see nothing yet. You will meet with lots of different cultures and mixes, because people are mixing here, and that's the beauty of this country, Suriname. That's the beauty of the country where your great-grandfather is from. You know what I mean? And you are very welcome, to do what you have to do. I think you will meet a lot of people. Let's see, maybe some people already reacted over here. And, yes. In Sweden, do you have black people in Sweden?
Actually, my grandfather was not only white, but he was also Creole.
Oh.
So he was maybe one of the first dark-skinned people in Sweden after the war in the 40s.
Okay.
So it was also with that heritage quite a surprise that the family name is connected to the first slavery. So it's a mix of feelings and experiences. And I would say that before the 80s, Sweden was quite a homogenic and white extremely white country. But now things have changed a lot since the 90s.
Yeah.
And now 20% at least of the population have parents from another country.
From another country.
And culture.
Things is changing.
Yes.
Yes, that's good. Some people are reacting through WhatsApp, and somebody says there is this guy. His name is Filippa Arrias. Maybe we could contact him. So I don't have his contact number. Maar meneer Arrias, als jij luistert naar deze uitzending van Surinamers, Overal. Ik heb hier Filippa Arrias, helemaal uit Zweden. En zij is op zoek naar haar familieleden. Surinamers overal. En bij deze wordt het bewezen dat Surinamers echt overal zitten. En niet alleen overal, maar bijna zelf onder je huid, onder je skin. Dus de familie Arrias, je wordt nogmaals weer opgeroepen om dus eventueel contact op te nemen met niemand minder dan Filippa Arrias, die op zoek is naar haar familieleden. Je hebt net gehoord, ze vertelde dus dat haar voorouders uit Suriname zijn komen. En die zijn dus geëmigreerd naar Zweden. En ik kan me best wel voorstellen dat je op zoek gaat naar je familieleden. Omdat Iwan Sabi, you know. Dus als je Arrias heet en je wil deze dame ook helpen en het is een familielid van jou, neem contact op. Ik zal zo meteen vertellen hoe je dat doet natuurlijk. Morgen kun je haar vinden te Wakapassi. En dan zit ze daar bij Sweetie Koffie. En dat doet ze tussen 4 en 6 uur 's middags. En dat doet ze ook op de zondag tussen 4 en 6 uur 's middags bij Sweetie Koffie. Daar aan de Wakapassi. Ga ontmoet haar. Bereid je erop voor dat ze wel met een cameraploeg is. Omdat ze dus een documentaire maakt over natuurlijk haar zoektocht naar de roots van haar grootvader. Die haar naar Suriname heeft geleid. Wees trots, man. Sorry, ding de loud and too clear. But if people would like to contact you to tell you something relatives, how can they do that? You have a phone number or something else?
Yes, they can contact me through WhatsApp.
Yes.
And it's 0046
0046
76
76
211
211
34
34
14.
14. All right, we're going to repeat it. En mensen, je hoort het is gevraagd als je haar dus wil contacten persoonlijk. Misschien kun je niet naar Wakapassi vanwege maybe the age of some people. They can't come to Wakapassi. Wel, dan kan je bellen. You could call her on the phone number 00, dat is 0046 76 211 3414. Nogmaals, 0046 76 211 3414. Nou, bij deze mensen, het gesprek is interessant. Ik wil langer praten met deze hele lieve dame, Filippa. And I would really like to talk 2 hours with you because I got enough questions, but the time is not always our best friend. But how did you like our conversation up till now?
I liked it a lot. I like to listen to your voice because it's very nice to hear somebody who's speaking so fluently about anything.
Yes, I get it a lot. Thank you very
Yes,
much. I really appreciate it. It's the voice make me come to do this work.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I had the talent.
No.
Some people were telling me like, hey, you got this voice, you must do radio. I'm like, yeah, of course. That's so easy. And after a while, I went and I tried and...
Yeah, and turned out very well.
This is my life, my lifestyle. I love it. I won't do anything else than what I'm doing right now. You know, I'm talking. But it's a pleasure to have you here, Filippa. Nee, I'm thinking Filippa Arrias. It's a pleasure to have you. You'll stay in until the 6th. You're busy. That means not too much sleeping, going around talking to people, trying to find your family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me to this program.
You're very welcome, and we wish you all the best of luck, you and your team. And mate, I hope and I really want that the plans you have here for Suriname, that at least 80% of everything goes as how you planned it. And
yes.
may you find your grandparents, and who knows, you might meet a grave or maybe some other things which are very interesting.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Mrs. Arias. But in Sweden, do you guys only speak English or do you have another language?
Yeah, we speak Swedish and English, and yeah, that's it.
I
would say Sami.
I never heard how Swedish sounds. Could you say something in Swedish like I'm in Suriname. I'm from Sweden. This is Radio SRS.
Jag är i Surinam. Förlåt, vi tar det en gång till. Jag är i Surinam. Jag är från Sverige. Det här är Radio SRS.
Wow! That's the way we do it met 96.3 FM. Only here, alleen maar hier op deze zender. Dit was hij dan, Surinamers Overal. Ik sprak met Filippa Arrias. Ik zeg het, nogmaals, ze is op zoek naar haar familie. Als jij de familienaam Arrias draagt, dan is deze dame op zoek naar jou. Maak contact. Morgen en zondag tussen 4 en 6 ga je naar Wakapassie. Ze is met haar cameraploeg voor een documentaire omtrent de zoektocht naar haar familie. Of je belt gewoon lekker op het telefoonnummertje. Nogmaals 0046 76 211 3414. Nee, het is geen Hollands nummer. Het zou wel een Zweeds nummer zijn. Dus speak op jezelf. Mrs. Arias, thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you. And one thing I have to say. You asked me what my religion was. I didn't expect that question because nobody really asked me that. I'm not a religious people. I'm a conscious person.
I got what you meant.
I am Israel.
Sorry?
I am Israel.
Israel?
Yeah, Israel.
That twists the whole conversation.
It twisted, yeah. That's why I'm saying it at
and
the
I'm
end.
not gonna continue this conversation after.
I am Israel. And that's something very, 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 very deep. But there's something for another conversation. That means I know my roots are from very far. And I'm still looking for them.
Yes, we do that. And we
just like
develop.
Just like you're looking for your
meantime.
roots, I am looking for mine too. But success and have a blessed stay in Suriname. And a safe flight back to Sweden. And when you're coming back, bring these grandmas so they can visit their favorite place.
Yes, they can come to your radio station as well.
Of course, bring them to the radio station so we can speak to them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Say bye-bye to the people.
Goodbye, all the Surinamers who listen to this program today. Thank you for being who you are.
Yes, indeed. Je hoort het, dat was hier de Surinamers Overal. Alafassie hier op de 96.3 FM. Dit doen we dus elke dag van maandag tot en met vrijdag tussen 11:15 en 1 uur in de middag. Met de complimenten van Go-To en Taylor G. Big up for yourself and I'm talking about. Remember respect, forgiveness and forward thinking. That is real life. Don't hate, create. Keep it locked in the move.